Because you can't drink and talk at the same time.
Leave the conversation to us and order another beer.
You're listening to Texas's live
Midday
beer-centric show, Liquid Lunch.
Liquid Lunch.
With producer Perry,
Kennedy and Schaumburg. Here are your hosts,
Catherine Contreras,
and Josh Stewart.
Hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hooray for beer!
And Thursday is upon us. Woo!
Ooh, getting woos from Josh.
Woo! Yeah,
Ready to party.
absolutely. And our in-studio guest, you can see him right
Somewhere.
there.
Right here. I'm here.
Right there. Oh, it's still the same in reality.
Yeah.
Emmanuel, how's
Hey,
it
how you
going?
doing? It's going pretty good.
As you can see, the thought bubble above his head.
Yeah, I'm always thinking about craft fries, so it's like literally always on my mind.
You're like Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
I have a guitar if you want to play.
Yeah, I don't do the music, man. I wish I could. It's one of the skills I never picked up that I wish I could have.
Maybe after a few beers.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Josh,
I can play a
Josh
drum.
does do the music, but he shouldn't. So.
That's true. I don't let that stop me, though.
No, he does it anyway.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome in, everybody, to Thursday's live midday craft beer show. That's Liquid Lunch. That's this show. That's this show.
I mean,
Kennedy.
Texas's best live midday craft beer show.
Yeah,
There
dude.
you go.
Yeah.
But the best Liquid Lunch show, too, because we're not the only one. We're
That's-
the original, maybe, but not the only one.
We're the
We're,
best.
we're not the only Liquid Lunch show.
Yeah, there's another
No.
one
Oh, is there?
on
Yeah,
Twitter.
Josh. Oh, my gosh.
I don't even concern myself with,
Yeah.
with imitators.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't watch it, it doesn't really exist, right?
No,
There you go.
that's right. That's what some people have said about this show. Just kidding. We'll have to figure. Yeah, we'll have to reach out and see what the deal is, and then just whatever they say.
Send them the old cease and desist.
That sounds like a lot
I
of work.
know. It's not. It's not worth it.
No.
Just cooperate. Collaborate.
Yeah, collaborate.
Oh,
don't-
we can't send cease and desist letters because there's no follow-up for that.
No. Yeah, we will use all our resources and take this to
On the one letter.
this was it.
I will send this letter over and over and over again.
Actually,
I
this-
bought a book of stamps.
well, this pen ran out of ink. Actually, I should have.
You will get strongly worded letters for the
And,
next 5 years.
and if I ever see you in person, this finger,
I'm going to smile.
and be like, "Oh, that's you. Oh, you're much nicer." Than I thought."
Oh, I like your show a lot. No, I listen to it. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Speaking
Yeah.
of shows, of course, Catherine's show, She's Crafty Podcast. Brand new episodes coming at you. And I know of when are we going to finish our episode? We started it.
Well, here's the problem with Josh and I doing free-form podcasting is that it takes about 45 minutes for it to get going.
Yeah,
And then right when we get into like the really good stuff, one of us has to leave.
that's what happened. Yeah, it
Yeah.
took about, so we've got about 15 quality, like really good minutes.
Yeah. And all the rest of it is just like, yeah, I don't know. What are you doing?
Yeah, and I don't know if there's anybody that's going to edit that.
No, that's why I tell people when I'm recording She's Crafty, like, let's just get to the meat right away because I'm real lazy.
Okay.
And I'm not going to go back and edit through this.
Well, let's do that. Let's get right to the meat. Kennedy, you I know Kennedy's ready for that. Let's get you to the meat.
All right.
It's time for your favorite segment of mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
And the graphic. Excellent. There it goes.
All right.
Just in time.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, we've got one of those beers, Catherine, in studio today. Emmanuel brought it, and I can't really reiterate how awesome and how excited I am for this beer. How awesome it is that this is here. One of the best breweries in all of Texas, right? I mean, one of the most noted outside of Texas, but legitimately world class.
Definitely one of the most better known places. Like people come looking for Jester King more than any other beer I've ever seen.
Now you're in Austin, so y'all get a lot of people from everywhere. Everybody goes to Austin.
Oh, yeah.
And so when they come in and they're looking for, give me something. It's probably Jester King. I would imagine is probably
That or what's your favorite IPA? Well, that depends. Or what's the best one? What's the good one?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't really apply. You
yeah.
know?
It's the one I've got in front of me.
Yeah, it's the cold one, the one in the glass. That's the one I like personally.
Oh, and so you brought a very hard to get beer Spawn.
I did. I brought this out of my cellar. I figured I don't come to Austin or Houston too often to be on a podcast. So I figured let's drink a Spawn.
Let's do that. So
Ooh,
Spawn.
that's exciting.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it's the Blend 4. It's the one that I like the most from the original release that wasn't fruited. It's spicy and a little apricot funk, if I remember. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited. It's been over a year since I've had this beer.
That's nice. Okay, so
I'm
Kennedy,
so excited right now.
here's what we're gonna
How
do.
exciting! How exciting for the 4 or the 3 of you.
Yeah, no, I mean
Try that.
we're gonna tell you all about it,
Yeah.
Catherine.
Yeah, I can't wait to
Yeah.
hear about it.
Okay, Kennedy,
I promise we'll pour a little out for
Yeah,
you.
what do you want
Yeah.
me to do?
into our glasses. Take a moment and go get proper glassware. This is one of those beers that you need proper glassware for. We're not just gonna throw it in your Hefeweizen glass like a bunch of savages.
We don't want Josh to have another.
Oh, we have
panic attack on
these
here.
something working.
Oh, did you get them?
Oh, those will
work.
work. Those will work. Okay, I didn't even
I
see
mean,
those.
we don't have a
Actually-
lambic basket, but
I'm sorry.
I got a shoe. It doesn't matter.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, did you get the corkscrew?
I did.
All right,
All right, let's do it.
Emmanuel, I'm going to give you the honors because
Yes.
Kennedy will probably mess that up.
No problem.
What do you mean, probably?
Very, very
Okay,
comfortable
absolutely
with
mess it up. Catherine, while he's preparing this spectacular beer for our,
this. This one is all out of the. I'll take the other bottle opener.
Oh, is
It's
that a
all
teeth?
Out of bottle opener.
oh, sorry, I put my bottle openers through a lot. Is this one bad too? I got a pocket knife if we need it. I got teeth.
That,
Never too far from a bottle opener.
Oh, look at that.
oh,
Professional, true professional. All right, Catherine. While we're preparing this beer, what are you drinking? You got anything around you?
Today, I just pulled something out of my refrigerator, and I have the Austin Eastsider Blood Orange.
Oh, nice.
You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just sipping on a little cider today.
What do you think?
can
Is
you
it
put
good?
that up to the camera again, please?
A little everyday drinking over here at my house.
Yeah.
You see that? I kind of liked it better when these ciders came in like huge gallon cans. They don't do that anymore.
Oh, is that just a regular size can?
They used to
Yeah.
be 16 ounces,
Yeah.
but apparently they hate people.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I was really mad. I knocked some other ciders off the shelf when I was leaving because I was so angry about it.
Austin Eastside, we're going to need an explanation because that's
Yeah,
those ciders are super crushable. And
I need the big gulp size.
yeah, like a 24-ounce can.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Gatorade used to
Shot
come.
that bad boy.
Whoa!
Oh.
Did you hear that? That was amazing.
Not a gusher, thank God.
Woo! Yeah. Well, we have paper towels around here. Again, Kennedy.
We've had some gushers on
For
the
the
show
camera.
before.
Yeah, we're the only gushing going on is
Right.
us over this beer. That's
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah, Spawn 4.
I'm gonna
Method
frame that
Goose.
picture.
wow. Now,
Look at that bottle.
yeah. Now, speaking of,
bottle.
are we going to jump right in? Well, you know what? We're all over the place, but we can jump right into now. Speaking of Jester King, Emmanuel, coming up at the Texas Craft Brewers Festival on September 30th, you and Craft Pride are heading up some very special presentations at the festival.
Oh yeah, we've got something new for everybody. We're starting our own podcast, Defenders of Craft. We've got a bunch of social links that we're going to put up here in just a second, where you can follow us. We're doing our debut with a panel of Austin luminaries, some folks who we think are very influential in our local scene, and so we wanted to kind of like
Smell it.
sit them down and let's hear what they have to say about a couple different topics. Specifically with Jeff Stuffings, we're doing a Jeff versus Jeff session. It'll be Jeff Stuffings and Jeff Young sitting down and kind of extolling the virtues of their both creative and independent paths that they've taken on making sour beers. And they all have their own kind of like twist on it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited to see how that's going to go and the reaction that we have.
Yeah, that'll be great.
It's
That's
going to be a lot of fun.
yeah. I just like listening to really smart people like that, like passionate, smart, beer people. I just feel like I get smarter when I'm around them.
Yeah, Jeff's almost too smart. He makes my head hurt when I hear him talk because he's just like he'll tell me things that I've never heard from someone else, and I'm just like, yeah, that you could be completely lying to me right now, and I wouldn't know. But yeah, I'll just take your word on that one.
Yeah, but he's super approachable and super, just
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
And so it's like, oh, that's cool. Yeah.
He's got some sweet little girls too. He's got a little daughter that's a sweetheart. She's always there at Jester King, kind of walking around like she owns the place because she kind of does.
Yeah.
It's
This is
pretty
mine.
great. Yeah, they have a really cool, like, family-friendly
Yeah.
environment set up there, so that's always real cool.
Yeah, it really is kind of quintessential hill country. Like you owe it to yourself to get out there and experience Jester King.
Yeah, I mean, it's a farmhouse brewery.
Yeah,
You know, I
it's
mean, if you just closed your eyes, you might think you were in the Sena Valley
Mm-hmm.
because it's so, like, beautiful and the beer's right. Everything is right. It really does have that terroir that they're going
Yes.
for.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to find that in a stateside brewery.
Not very many, and none. I don't. There's no other in Texas.
Farmhouse brewery?
Like true, not like
No.
that.
Not like that.
No.
I mean, that's a there's very few in the Southwest in general.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's tough with our climate.
yeah, I think that's what it is the climate makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Luckily, the hill country, like further you get out that way, it gets a little bit more cooler.
Yeah, yeah, they are cool.
Once you get into Kerrville would be the perfect place to open up a farmhouse brewery.
Really?
Yeah, they have like a natural river that runs through that's not very polluted,
Mm.
and it's scenic and lots of space out there.
And almost no shoes found in their beer, made from water from the. What do we know? What river that is? Kerrville River.
It's the I want to say it's just a piece of the
creek.
Guadalupe that's up,
Okay.
that's upstream a little bit.
Pristine waters,
Yeah, it's clean.
like pretty much.
Well, I mean, it's as clean as it can be south of Dallas.
Right. Oh yeah. Thanks, Dallas. Get all that. That's called trickle down yuckonomics. Yuck, 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 yuck. Catherine,
Yes.
this beer smells amazing.
How is it? Is it smoked? Have you had it yet, or
No, I'm just smelling.
no? You're just nosing it.
Lots of complex aromas.
Ooh.
Sometimes.
What
you
are
just
some of
gotta
those
take your time.
aromas?
What would I?
What are you smelling in there?
I'm smelling apricot, kind of an apricot-y, funky little. Yeah, apricot, like a funky apricot.
Yeah, it's apricot, hay, a little horse blanket, if you will.
Tart.
Yeah.
Get you
nice
right,
tartness.
right in this area, right in the like upper jowl. I'd call this upper jowl, northern jowl, is where you really get that bite. That's a technical term.
It kind of
Is
tastes
that
like
medical?
It kind of tastes like almost like a bit of rind, almost kind of like a citrus rind. Like you just bit into it, and it's just
Like
all-
bitter, maybe?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a small amount of bitterness, but very, very nice.
My
and
grandmother used to eat
palatable.
those. Like she would eat the pith of the orange.
Yeah.
Just, like, eat it. And
Yeah,
I
that's
never
odd.
understood that. But now I'm like, maybe she should just.
Maybe she was onto something.
Yeah, maybe she should have opened a farmhouse brewery. She would always sneak in the gin in her Sprite, but we never, we didn't know it until later.
No one knows. No one
Figured it out.
cares.
Right. Prim and proper Southern Belle. My grandmother was Mamaw. This is to you. You would have loved this beer.
Cheers
Maybe.
to Mammal.
Yeah, Mamaw was awesome. Kevin, you should. What do you think, Kennedy?
Yeah, this is great.
What? That sounded so.
That Kennedy's
This is good.
slurping.
Yeah.
Sounded believable. Is there something else going on?
This is beer.
No, it reminds me of a lot when I was in Cantillon.
Yeah. In Belgium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
And
actually smells a lot like that brewery.
the hill country in Belgium
Yeah.
are about the same square mileage ish. I think.
That's good to know.
Pretty close. I'm going to say it. I'm going to go with that Jeff Stuffings approach and be like,
Yeah, it's the same.
That's pretty same. Same.
Do you guys know anything about the Method Goose, the thing that they're trying to get done with the Belgian Brewers Association?
No.
So, this beer, if you see on here, they have a special little stamp.
Oh, these are the green bottles too.
Yeah, these are the green bottles. They only do the green bottles, but they have this cool little stamp. They're trying to actually set up a name for beers that are made in the style of Belgian lambic.
Okay.
With all the factors considered, except for the actual region, so
Okay.
that people who make beers that are like this have something to call them, because it's not right to call it a goose.
Right.
But it follows all the traditional process and
And goose
procedure.
style is not. That doesn't have the. Like we did
Yeah,
Kolsch style.
exactly.
It's
It's not the same.
not the same.
So I have a question. Are those completely 100% spontaneous fermentation?
That is the name, yeah. Spawn.
Wow.
So out of the air.
Yeah, so they have a
Into your
cool
mouth.
ship that they fill. This was one of their very first cool ship fills.
Okay.
And they brew the beer. They let it in the cool ship overnight in the traditional Belgian tradition, and then they re-ferment in the bottle.
So when I visit Cantillon, and one of the things they do is they only like the beer only ferments, but they only do it in the like colder colder climate,
In the
cold
cold brew season or
Right.
the cool brew season.
Right.
Yeah.
So obviously it doesn't get that cold here. Is that an issue?
It is a little bit of an issue, and they've actually had to dump a batch before because of temperatures didn't go the way they were expecting, or something changed, and it just imparted bacteria that were not part of the plan.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
it's good to know that, even though anything that they produce, people would buy in masses, that they're willing to implement that kind of quality control on their product. Because doesn't matter what kind of beer it is, if it's a Jester King beer, people will buy it.
That's good though. So this is the kind of like I love getting into this. Like if Catherine, if you have a monologue you want to do for the next 15, 20 minutes.
I'm just I'm drinking out of an empty glass and just kind of like listening to what you guys are saying,
Yeah.
and pretending and trying to like transcend myself. Yeah, that's.
I feel like I'm transcending myself.
Or do you?
That's what it's like.
It's really funny because all I see is the Skype screen, and Josh's face is real close to the camera, and it's just like
Just my big nose.
glass and face and glass and face. Yeah, it's pretty magical.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
I
That is
like it.
nice. That is real nice.
Okay.
So this is one you can only get
Do you guys have anything else? Is that enough?
as far as what we're
I guess
drinking.
What about? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got another beer for later, but I don't even want to talk about another beer until this one is.
You just want
I hope
to
this
want to
one-
live in that one.
Yeah, just
I
kinda
hope
wanna
this
rub
one
it.
never ends.
Yeah, this has good face rub. I don't know.
Like if anybody's listening to this show right now and they're like, "Hey, I want to try that," where can they go to get that?
Oh,
Nowhere,
yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah. This is
Okay.
So this beer was released in February of 2015, 2016. Yeah. So it's long gone. It was a sellout situation. They all sold that day, and but now it's just living
out
its
there.
own little life and
You gotta-
bottles all over the world.
Yeah, I'm not. I used to be real big on like trying to get the new releases and the big time releases and like wait in line and all that kind of stuff. And now I'm like, it's better. Like at this moment, it happened. Like I didn't pursue this beer, but I'm like, I'm going to watch out for it if I ever have a chance. And the fact that you brought it, I'm like, that's a gift.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you.
So I got a little trick, and this is gonna rock everybody's world.
Okay.
If you're ever trying to get a special release beer from Jester King, go on Sunday. They do a bottle limit every day, and no one goes on Sunday.
Really?
You just walk up. When I bought this beer, like the day before, it was a 2-hour wait to get this beer. I went on Sunday. I walked up. I was in line for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Got my beer. Bought a 6-pack of the smaller bottles, the fruited variants, a couple of the bombers.
Yeah.
Walked right out.
Nice.
It was great.
That's
I mean, I had some beers there.
Right.
But
Of course.
it was easy.
Yeah.
So easy.
And we're getting into like the perfect weather for it. Oh, yeah. It's been nice lately.
It's been real nice in Austin too. I was joking with people. They're like, because people come into Craft Rite all the time who have never been to Texas, Austin. They're just completely blown away with what's going on, and they go, "Yes, it's such a beautiful fall." It's like, yeah, well, all we had to do to have a fall in Texas was destroy our largest city.
Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, no.
It's a little cool weather. It's not that much of a cost.
That's what you want. That's what you want. I'm not going to say it's worth the trade off, but since we're here now.
Yeah. I mean, it is nice now.
Yeah, it is real nice.
And obviously, our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody who was affected by Hurricane Harvey. We did a little fundraiser for like a Harvey relief for some companies who were doing rescue work here in town.
Cool. Thank you.
Because it's near and dear to my heart. I'm from Houston. I'm a Houston native.
What part of
and,
town are you from?
I'm from what used to be the north side of Houston, but what is now downtown Houston.
Okay.
So like kind of like South 59.
Okay. So that's right by Spindletap and City Acre and that area.
Yeah, a little further north. We're like 59, the Beltway kind of area. We're crouching up on
Yeah.
being downtown in that area now.
Okay. Yeah. True. Very true. Cool. I hear music.
Mine too.
It could be it could be from over here.
Is that Ninjago? Did
It could be. It may or may not be trolls. It could be.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's a good movie.
That's what I do during the show. I watch animated features.
Wow. We're that boring, huh?
What do you like better, Trolls, Sing, or Moana?
Oh, it's got to be Moana.
Well, Moana's at the top of that list. Come on, that's a really dumb
Props
question.
from Moana.
Catherine, is that a squirrel on your couch behind you?
That's my Chihuahua.
Oh, I thought it was like
By
a,
the way, it's vicious. I can't take her anywhere.
yeah.
That's
See her face, the way she's looking at you. Yeah,
She's giving
I'm in
the evil eye.
her headphones.
You're gonna need some big headphones.
Yeah,
maybe.
she actually belongs. She belongs to my daughter, and so my daughter's really the only one that's allowed to touch her.
Mhm.
So everybody else just kind of like walks around her.
Okay. Yeah.
So are you afraid to touch her right now?
I'm not gonna touch her. No.
Oh.
What would happen?
She can't. She can't break the skin, but she would mildly scratch me, and that's uncomfortable. It's like a paper cut.
Can we see you attempt to touch her?
No.
We want to see what we want to see what happens.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Kennedy. You take us on a date with you,
Oh yeah.
and I'll spend 30 minutes trying to grab the dog.
Hold on. Take you and the dog out
No,
on a date?
not me.
Oh.
No, Kennedy. No. Take Liquid Lunch out on a date with
Okay.
you with a real woman.
We could stream the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Real quick, want to say hey to
Give you
Sylvia.
a little earbud.
Yeah.
Me and the dog.
Yeah. No, not the dog on the date. Just
Oh
you
my
on
God,
a
this
date.
is why you don't get dates, Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh, this is one of the reasons.
Yeah. Anyway, hey to Sylvia and Jeff.
Hi, Sylvia.
Yeah. And Dowdy. Dowdy's watching too. So, hey guys, what's up?
Howdy.
Yeah. Howdy, Dowdy.
Howdy.
And oh yeah, I didn't even mention right off the top. I was gonna start doing this today, but I forgot
Oh.
because that happens.
My brother's watching.
Is he?
Hey, Kevin.
Hey Kevin. But this show brought to you by Barbacoa Apparel.
Oh, what up? Shout out.
Yeah, we love Barbacoa Apparel. I'm not wearing a Barbacoa Apparel shirt today, but
I'm not either. Don't tell anybody.
but I'm thinking about it, and I've got some stickers right behind me. So every time you order, you get, little
Right, we send a little extra something.
little goodies right there,
Yeah.
and just some. I have the Taco Night shirt. You can get the fabulous the breakfast taco line.
Yeah.
It's very popular.
Yeah, chorizo and egg.
Teresa and egg. There's the Donkey Lady shirt.
You can actually go to Whole Earth in Houston or Austin and get all of our shirts.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
yeah. Who knew? Now we know. Now we know.
Yeah, now you know.
Now we know. So there you go. And
Pick
also,
up your favorite taco.
yeah, those taco teas are fantastic, and it makes me hungry every time I see them. And big thanks to the Grain Cellar. Right now, special going on right now at the Grain Cellar. If you go in and say I love Liquid Lunch, Preston not only gives you free classes on any kind of home brewing, any knowledge you need, Emmanuel, also a free hug.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Free hug.
It's hard to find places that still give out free
And
hugs.
maybe if you ask nicely, a little back rub.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
And he'll grind your grains.
I'm
if you know
just
what
saying.
I'm He'll grind your grains too, if
Oh.
you know what I'm saying.
I've been
No,
looking for
I
a
don't
good
know what you're
grain
saying,
grinder.
but-
So
Yeah,
that's
he's-
good to know.
He can grind those grains.
That's a great app, Grain Grinder.
Kennedy.
There's an app sort of
Right.
like Grain Grinder,
I know. That's what I'm saying.
but without the grain.
I know.
That's gonna be our beer app. We're gonna swipe left or right on beers.
Oh, that's a great
Oh,
idea.
that's a good idea, yeah.
Market that.
Yeah.
Tinder
See that?
for beers.
Yeah.
Bender.
Bender. Bender, there you go. Instead of Tinder.
But
Bender.
BEEN.
Grain grinder.
B-E-E.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody get on it.
Somebody do that. Jeff, get to work on that. Jeff's our local engineer.
Their app.
Yeah, our app. Coming soon to an app store near you. Right?
Yeah.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about real quick? Besides the Grain Cellar, Humble's premier homebrew store. Over there. Humble. Free classes.
Humble.
Humble.
Yeah, you
Humble,
can't-
humble.
You can't pronounce the H.
Don't pronounce the H,
big
and
no-no.
don't do a rolling stop at the stoplights. They have stoplight cameras, and they will send you a ticket. Thank you,
Oh,
Humble.
do you know that from experience?
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
right. Yeah, right there on the feeder road, right by the Grain Cellar. But anyway, yeah, they'll get you. So there's that. Then you'll need to just go to the Grain Cellar to drown your sorrows because he always has great beer on tap.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, and
There's nothing better than
ciders.
a homebrew shop that has
Yeah.
beer right there.
Yeah,
Like, I'm feeling lazy. How about you just fill up a corny keg for me?
that would be nice. Do you homebrew?
Yeah, wouldn't
I
that
used
just
to.
be the default?
Yeah, it would. Yes, that's the default. But so you used to homebrew?
Yeah, I used to homebrew, and then I had a child, and my brewery turned into
Oh
a
yeah,
nursery.
that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it. And so I don't brew anymore
Yeah.
because I just don't have the time, and
true.
availability.
Yeah. It's
Right.
fun,
Financial.
but it's, yeah. When you have, how old?
She's 2. My daughter's
Oh,
2.
you're in
She's-
prime, like,
Yeah, I mean, she's amazing. Like I love her to death, and I tickle her every day. But
Yeah.
she's not very conducive to doing things with like sharp instruments or open flames.
yeah, and they don't
Yeah.
know any of the hops.
Yeah.
2-year-olds, they don't even pay attention.
Oh, she only drinks light beers anyway,
Yeah.
so
Ugh.
she's in a
2-year-olds.
She's got a lot to learn.
They're
is what I
so
gotta say.
unrefined.
So unrefined.
Yeah.
So unrefined. Like, yeah. How many hop varieties can Hazel name off right now, Catherine? I bet not even
Oh.
3.
Well, I mean, she's got them all down, but she just is super snotty about it.
She probably doesn't go like in a certain geographical order. She probably just names them at random and stuff.
She names them at random, and then she rolls her eyes a lot at me.
Ugh.
Yeah, she doesn't. She just whatever. Sometimes I nurse her, and then she spits it out, and she's like, "What have you been drinking?"
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to put this
I
in.
don't know how to please you.
Yeah. Proper glassware for this breast milk.
Yeah. Well, how come this is the right glass? You stupid woman.
You call this a snifter? It barely flares out.
Yeah.
It's just
What
horrible.
is this?
And of course you don't drink straight from the teat.
She's like, another Berliner? Jesus.
Get some variety in your life, woman.
Just try something different.
So sad. So sad.
Yeah, it's a lot of emotional abuse.
Not gonna not call you mommy, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna enjoy
I'm
it.
not going to be seated with you, that's for sure.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay.
I tell you what, though, she's been to every brewery, that baby.
Yeah?
All just strapped onto me.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
I miss those days when you could just like wear a child,
Mm-hmm.
because once they
Right?
get over a
I-
certain age,
that's
that's
it.
it.
It's
They're
over.
done. They'll just punch you in the face
Yeah.
if you let them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal little.
Yeah.
No, I'm really soaking it in right now because I know that we've got probably another 2 or 3 months of that, and then I'm not going to be able to take her anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. But adorable. Let's be honest. They're adorable.
Well, they all are.
Yeah.
They're all adorable until they start trying to kill themselves every day, and then
Yeah. Yeah. There's something about that.
Pretty
it's
much.
different.
My daughter tried to jump off
You're
the
like,
balcony of
"What?"
our apartment today
Oh,
or yesterday.
Goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
see?
intense.
I'm like, don't you have anything to live for? I mean, your life is just starting for you.
It can't be that stressful. Come on now.
She's just so curious. You know?
Yeah.
She just can't help it.
Maybe she's gonna be one of those extreme sport like base jumping
I'm telling
base
you.
jumping babies.
The doctor told me she's going to be 6 feet tall. I'm like, what? Where did that
Really?
come from? What does the mailman look like? Because I'm not 6 feet tall. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
going to be a beast of a child.
Scholarships though.
Yeah, right?
Either volleyball or basketball or
Something like that.
something.
Yeah, she loves basketball.
Awesome. At 2, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start them early. My kids nowhere near basketball. They're all like this tall. They're all gymnasts. My wife is not even 5 feet, and they got all their lack of height from her. So
Well, at least they got some coordination. That's cool.
yeah, they're pretty coordinated. Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. No, they are. I think. Right? Yeah. It's me. I'm not coordinated. I'm not coordinated at all. Let's talk about your new podcast.
Yeah, Defenders of Craft. We came up with the idea a little while ago, and we decided to take our time to really come up with something that's going to work really well. And we were waiting for the right time to launch, and so we figured, since we are co-presenters of the Texas Craft Brewers Festival, we figured what better time than to do it at one of the state's largest beer events.
Yeah.
And so, what we really wanted to do was to be able to provide a little bit of insight to the heart of Austin beer culture in general. There's a lot of stuff happening in Austin right now, and a lot of folks want to be more involved, and they just don't know how. They just don't have the access to get in and sit down and talk to a head brewer about what they think the plans are for their brewery over the next couple of years. So that's what we're hoping to do, is provide some entertainment, some education, and let people know what we're all about and what Texas is all about specifically. We're in the middle of a beer renaissance. I don't know how many people really realize that, is that breweries are exploding in Texas, specifically in Austin. and it's an aggressive market, so only the best breweries are actually making it through. So it's pretty nice the way that the market is kind of like leveling itself out. We lose some people who we weren't really that excited about, and then we get new places like Skull Mechanics is going to be a really cool one that's coming out. They're actually not going to have beer at the festival, but our after party at Craft Pride on September 30th at 61 Rainy Street, downtown Austin, Texas.
Nice.
They're going to have some Skull Mechanics beer out. They're focusing on a mix of traditional, like Core 4 style beers, but those beers will probably be more seasonal. And then their traditional beers or their core beers are going to be a little wackier.
Okay,
they're still kind of like working out the details of like style specific of what they're going to bring and what they have that we can talk about. But I'm really excited about Skull Mechanics. They're opening in the St. Elmo area. It's like a part of little South Austin that is really blowing up with St. Elmo Brewing Company is opening over there and Spokesman Coffee.
Okay.
Have you heard anything about either of these guys?
St. Elmo, yes. Spokesman Coffee, probably.
They did some collaborations with St. Elmo Brewing Company. They're in like the same little like complex.
Okay.
It's like a little area. There's also a distillery, like a whiskey distillery.
Nice.
It's the only one in Austin proper.
Okay.
The only like actual, I think it's called Still.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I wonder where they got that name.
Yeah, right. But it's good. It's turned out to be a cool little like basically business park turned into like urban drinkery. It's like
Yeah.
everywhere there is like you get a beer
nice.
or do yoga. It's like those two things in Austin are like the same thing now.
Yeah,
It's like
drunken
anywhere
yoga.
you go to do yoga, you're doing it with a beer in your hand, which gotta like that.
Yeah, right. Put on my yoga pants and
That's like a big thing in San Antonio right now too.
Yeah,
And my
craft yoga.
friends will tag me and stuff, and I'm like, can't we just drink? Why do we have to do the yoga part?
How about I just stretch before I come? Is that cool? Like,
Can I just drink the beer and
stretching
watch
my,
you guys? That'd be
stretching,
awesome.
stretching my wallet and my
Yeah.
liver when we go. All right,
Yeah.
real quick, we're going to take a break on the video stream, I guess. Kennedy, you ready for that?
I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll take a video break, but we'll keep talking here if you're listening
on.
on the audio side.
Before we go to video,
Yeah.
before we go to our break,
Yeah. Yes. Yes, and. Oh, like I talked about just earlier, the Grain Cellar. This episode brought to you by Humble's premier homebrewing, winemaking, distilling, and fermenting supplies and equipment. Place to get all that great stuff. It's brewing season. It's cooled down. Saturdays, Sundays. Call in to work on a Tuesday. It's a perfect day to homebrew. It's not so hot anymore. Get ready to get those winter styles done. You need to brew now if you're gonna do like a winter warmer or a big imperial stout. Get that started so it's ready for the new year. If you're gonna oak age anything, I would start on that now, or get some quick stuff out of the way. Some blonde ales or amber ales.
yeah, check their Facebook page, their website, free brewing classes.
And the free hugs when you say I love liquid.
Yes,
Lunch.
free classes, you guys. Like I say every week, go grab your friends and sign up for a class with Preston.
He's a super great.
And it's not
Teacher.
just beer, right?
No, wine making, cider making. He makes some hell
Cheese.
Don't they do cheese?
Cheese
Yeah.
over there?
cheese. Yeah, all of that mead. You can make some
Yeah.
short meads now. You can have mead and cider ready in like 3 weeks.
Let's do that.
Yeah. All that stuff available at the Grain Cellar and all the equipment you need to bottle, keg, get your CO2 refilled, get your grains pressed in the grain grinder. And, man, just a fun store to be in, too. Place to sit down if you want to, like, talk to other home brewers, bounce ideas off of each other. He's got a nice, cool sitting area there with the nice big leather chairs. You can sit down and just talk like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing this. What are you doing? I'm doing, how are you going to do it? You learn so much talking to other home brewers. And the Grain Cellar is just a great spot to talk amongst other lovers of beer. So go check them out and tell Preston that Liquid Lunch sent you. We will take a break on the video side and continue the awesome conversation on the audio side, exclusive, and then on the podcast. So that's a little note, if you want to expand your horizons. All right, we'll be right back on Facebook and YouTube on Liquid Lunch.
你好吗? This is Jeff from 11 Below Brewing. You are listening to Liquid Lunch.
Hey everybody, Josh here. Just want to say thank you so much for helping Interbrews get to 5 years. That's right, we've hit 5 years, and I just want to say thank you for everybody that listened, subscribed, shared, enjoyed, laughed, and was a part of all of this. So this is what it's all about, just having great times with great people over great beers here in Houston and beyond. So hopefully 5 more years to come, thousands of episodes. We'll see. But anyway, thank you so much. Interbrews is now 5. And our 100th episode with Brock Wagner, founder of St. Arnold, godfather of Texas craft beer. Yep, right there for you to enjoy. So thank you very much. This is Interbrews.
Cause when you want a Frosty, you just rip it right off. There's no time wasted, no time lost. Tell that pretty waitress come a-running over here and bring me another Flop Top beer.
Liquid Lunch is sponsored by Barbacoa Apparel. Barbacoa Apparel is a San Antonio-based independent clothing line that caters to Texans and Texans at heart. To find out more about Barbacoa Apparel or to buy your favorite taco tee, go to barbacoaapparel.com.
Make sure to check out Liquid Lunch every Friday to get your weekend's hoppy happenings.
Hey, this is Kennedy. If you missed our show, not a big deal. Head over to our YouTube channel, Liquid Lunch on YouTube. Catch all the years, full HD.
Do you love craft beer? Do you love to laugh? Then you'll love me. I mean, who doesn't? I'm Catherine Contreras, and I'm the host of the She's Crafty podcast, a comedy and craft beer show taped in San Antonio, Texas, home of the Alamo, breakfast tacos, and some of the best craft beer in the Lone Star State. You can download the She's Crafty podcast on iTunes, Google Play, and just about anywhere you find badass podcasts. Or just go to our website, shescraftypodcast.com.
Hi, this is Mike Norfleet with Under the Radar Brewing.
Howdy, this is Herb Garcia with Under the Radar Brewery, and you're listening to Liquid Lunch.
We are the Legion of Beer. We are the Legion of Beer. We worship the hops. We don't drink no schnapps. We are the Legion of Beer.
Hey, this is Kennedy here. We'd like to hear from you. Call our drunk dial line, 713-678-0070.
Hey guys, Josh here from Liquid Lunch. Are you driving around and can't watch that super clean, beautiful, sparkling HD video stream on YouTube or Facebook? Well, that's okay, because we have you covered. Go to Mixlr, mixlr.com/Liquid Lunch and listen to our beautiful high-def streaming audio feed. That's right. While you're driving down the road, you can hear all the antics, all the shenanigans, everything going on in the world of Texas craft beer right here on Liquid Lunch. Again, that is Mixlr.com/Liquid Lunch, or simply go to liquidlunchshow.com/Mixlr.
Hey, this is Preston, and you're listening to Liquid Lunch, my favorite.
That's okay. We can just talk about our label approvals.
Oh.
It's not too many this week.
Yeah, no. Oh, Galveston. Look, Galveston. What they got? Hoppy Amber.
Yeah.
Ambers are great. They're, I think, the best burger beer, and then you throw in a little extra hops, a little hop aggressive amber. It's like a perfect burger on the grill.
Like an ESB, essentially.
Yeah, yeah. I love ESBs. Have you had Eureka Heights ESB?
Mm-mm.
Wild Mammal, Lakewood. All right. Ooh, Lost Highway. Ooh, what do we got? Another song. Galaxy IPA.
That's it.
Brazos Valley. I love their labels. They've been doing some.
And they've been really making some great beers lately. I'm a
Josh
real big
lives
fan of that
in my
Miller.
neighborhood.
Oh,
Head,
nice.
The owner, and his brother Jeremy is the head brewer, but Josh is the.
He's been in studio.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And so, yeah. Mm-hmm. Catherine. Mm-hmm. Welcome back to all you video watchers.
Oh, welcome back to me too, because I got a lot of feedback during that, so I didn't hear anything of what you guys were talking about.
Oh, cool. So we'll go back and talk about it a little bit.
But I bet it was great. Yeah.
It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
I just heard a lot of echoing, and like I think you guys were like, maybe there were some robots in there or something. It sounded pretty cool.
Yeah, that's how we're going to streamline this whole podcasting streaming process.
Yeah, robots. That's the answer to everything.
That's the robot.
Robot.
Robots all day, every day. No, we're talking about the new Defenders of Craft podcast coming your way from Craft Pride. Emmanuel is going to be hosting, right? You'll be official host.
Yeah, I'll be the host of the Craft Pride podcast, Defenders of Craft.
Are you host and producer and editor and all that?
The whole thing,
stuff?
yeah. It'll be just all me doing it.
Oh,
I'll have a co-host, Brian Ledden. He's also
Okay.
our photographer and videographer.
Nice.
He takes fantastic photos and videos.
Yeah.
And so we're going to kind of meld our creative talents together to produce something greater than ourselves.
Yeah.
At least that's our hope.
Podcasts are great.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a really good way to talk to people and to have a public persona for a business. I don't, like you said, I don't understand why more people don't pursue the podcast avenue in support of their retail establishment.
Yeah.
As far as I know, in the state, we would be the only retail establishment that has a podcast that they use. So that's kind of a cool thing.
It is cool.
It's thing to check off the list. That
Yeah,
was something we did.
So, you know, we talked about this a little bit the other day, but like I started with the podcast. My idea one day is to own little like neighborhood spot.
Yeah.
You know, and just for a little spot. I don't need anything big. I just want a neighborhood, like coffee and beer. And then I would always do this podcast though, because I don't know, the conversations over beer are the best.
Yeah,
and
I think so.
People love to listen, and people's listening habits are changing, Catherine, right? People
Yeah,
don't listen
of
to the radio like they used to. I mean, what's the point?
I think podcast has really kind of taken over everyone who's in the younger demographic, and I say younger, I mean like under 50.
Yeah.
Is really into podcasting now, and it's a way to get oftentimes free content that is entertaining and intriguing, and there's a million podcasts on whatever you want to hear about. You can always find something that's like specific, not just like, oh, I like to build model planes, but I like to build this specific kind of model plane. There's a podcast for that.
There is.
It's pretty sweet.
I know of a guy that makes like boats, like homemade like rowboats.
Yeah.
That's all his podcast is about, Catherine. Rowboats.
Yeah.
You ever built a
I
rowboat?
help a guy that does an RV podcast. He just talks about RVs and like RVing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that we live in a day and age that there's a guy who can just like have a radio show about RVs because that's what he's passionate about is amazing.
Yes. Yeah, and those niches are out there. Niches get stitches? No. Niches niche.
Niches build bridges.
Niches build bridges.
There you go.
There you print that t-shirt.
You can have
Catherine.
that one.
There
Run
you
with
go.
it.
There we go. But Kennedy, do you listen to podcasts much, or do you just play one on TV?
I listen to some history podcasts.
Do you Dan Carlin?
Dan Carlin.
Those are long.
Love Dan Carlin.
Yeah. That's an undertaking though. Those are like 6-hour podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. I could do like an hour and a half. That's like the most like podcast because most of the time it's like in headphones when I'm like doing something else, and so like I need a chance to like stop and take a break and do something else.
Well,
so.
I would think with marketing, you constant like social and that sort of thing. So it takes your brain. You have to like engage.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I'm always all over the place. Like because it's like if I'm not doing something on social media, I'm doing something for research for expanding our beverage program, or like I'm writing policy for the bar. Like I still like, even though like I don't work at Craft Pride anymore because I used to be the one of the managers, like the end-of-day manager kind of that guy who counts the money for a few years, and then got a little promotion, which was nice.
Yeah.
And so now that I'm not there anymore, I have more of an opportunity to like be out in the wild and like talk to people and like see what it is that people are looking for.
What are you doing?
We got a guest.
A guest?
Yeah, someone just knocked on your front door.
They did? Oh, I thought
You have a guest?
I thought you were making a point. And
I'm not real good at that.
oh, is
I
it
just
Amazon?
Oh yeah, it must be.
It was probably Amazon.
Yeah.
And it's my toilet paper. Bring that in, Kennedy.
You got your toilet paper.
This is a great time for me to say Amazon Prime is
Your
amazing.
toilet paper comes from Amazon?
Yeah, look at that. I buy it in the big 24 box. You get subscribe and save, and you save money.
That Prime Pantry is pretty sweet. I
Prime
gotta say.
Pantry is great. And if you do shopping on Amazon like you should and like we do, you can go to liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon, and all your purchases will help put a little wind in our sails.
So to be honest,
A little sunshine on our backs.
24 pack like that in a house full of women.
Yeah.
Lasts about a month.
And that's how often we get them shipped right to the door. And my oldest is about a month away from being 11. Got 2 more daughters that are going to be 9 in December. That means I'm only a few years away from needing a lot more shipments of a lot more toiletries.
God help you.
Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh.
Back that flatbed truck
That's
right
a
up to the
turd.
house. So Amazon Prime is going to be, probably by then it'll be drone deliveries, right? right into their
I
bathroom.
keep hearing about these drone deliveries, but I've never seen anybody.
I thought it would be a thing already. Like, I was thinking, like, who was it? Was I talking to one of you guys that said that you needed something during the flooding? And I was like, why isn't drone delivery a thing already? That's weird.
It would, well, as long as it's not raining, yeah. Flooding would not be an issue at that point. It'll get there. It'll get there.
They got to have drones that can fly in the rain.
I'm sure they do. I did just see a video where a drone in New York clipped the wing of an airplane.
Holy shit.
And the people were sitting
Yeah,
in
you got to be careful.
and they're, I don't know. They don't have to fly that high, I don't think. I'm sure they're just working on it.
I don't think they have a whole lot of regulations on drones yet, but I think they're working on that still.
You know what? Okay, here's my prediction. So let's record this and we'll post it and we'll see how we're like 2.5 years from 5G being a real thing. And people are sleeping on 5G. 5G is going to change everything. 5G, you know, we went from 3G on our phones to 4G, and that was a big bump up. But 5G, I mean, that is going to be huge. That's going from, I don't know, I guess you can stream Netflix on your LTE right now, but it costs you all your data, you know, unless you have unlimited data. It's like, you know, there's your data. But 5G, it can be up to, like here at the house, we can get fiber. Up to, so it's like a gigabit is the fastest you can get currently. Nice. With 5G just driving around, if you're close enough to a tower, 20 gigabits.
Holy cow!
Yeah, they'll group them together, and there'll be these small towers on top of stoplights and all the schools and buildings, probably going on maybe people's houses. 20 gigabits.
That's nuts.
It is not. I can't even fathom what that's like. There's not. What do you need to stream or watch or do with that much data flow? I don't know.
Well, it makes sense. Like the streaming is the way of the future. No one wants to have anything physical anymore. It's all just like, well, just leave it in the cloud.
Yes, and so
I'm just working on a way to stream beer from the cloud.
Yeah, just eventually it'll happen. Well, you know what?
Later.
We probably won't even consume it. Eventually, breweries will all be virtual, and you'll just have a chip in your brain, and it'll be like. Give me that experience. And then like, oh, I had the most amazing beer. Did you?
It was great. You got to plug in.
Yeah. Like the Matrix Brewery. So that, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I'm thinking we're like 2 years from like drones all over the place.
Yeah, for sure.
Austin is definitely like, they have certain places where they have signs. This is a drone-free event. It's a drone-free area where you're not allowed to bring drones. Like anything that happens in Zilker Park down there, like ACL, anything that happens at any of the large places, they actually have people who, like drone hunters, who like sit out there and like watch for drones. They have a way to like bring them down now.
They have like a hawk.
Yeah, essentially. It's like a guy with a laser beam.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
But you know what's funny is that, like, I feel like people are not even using them for, like, anything that's worthwhile. They just want to get good Instagram pictures or something.
Yeah, that's essentially what people use them for, is just for pictures.
Yeah.
And video.
Yeah, yeah. But, I mean, I watch it.
Yeah,
it's cool. All. Yeah, it is cool. Look at that drone shot.
Yeah.
I wish we had a drone.
I want one in this room, just like buzzing, just right around. Just the top of my head. Which
can you imagine all the havoc you could wreak on your kids if you had drones in the house?
Oh, well, I know once they start dating, I hope you can get one that like stays over them
like
the whole time.
Like a micro drone?
Yes, that just is on them the whole time.
I don't really
all
think
the
you
time.
want that.
I do want that.
No.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Just get an Alexa
Kennedy,
dot and just like attach it to them.
Yeah.
Make them wear it everywhere.
Well, that's definitely happening. I've got two plans. So one, there's that. There's the tracking, and we got our dogs chipped, and that seems to have worked out okay. So next thing is the kids. But then after that, I've got this plan. So when I originally thought about this, I was like, okay, if you get the first boyfriend to mysteriously disappear, then you're good, right? The precedent is set. But I don't want to do harm to anybody. I mean, I'm sure he'll grow up to be a fine person somewhere, probably, maybe not, who knows. But if I can create an online profile of somebody that disappeared, they don't have to be real. And hopefully my daughters aren't. They're all in school right now. They're all in 5th grade right now, or maybe 7th. But they're not listening right now. So a fake profile of somebody that disappeared, and they're like, who is that? It's like, that's one of the Stewart girls. Oh, it's their first boyfriend. What happened? We don't know. Something, her dad did something. We don't know.
Yeah.
And then,
they went out for a talk, and he never came back.
And that's it. and that's all going to be made up online.
Oh, I show my daughter. My daughter's about to be 16. I show her a lot of live birth videos.
That's great.
How does that work?
Do you want
You're
this
just
to
like,
happen
that's
to you?
exactly what it's like.
What, does the vomiting ever stop? Or
Just a lot of like just head crowning.
Oh yeah, that's great.
yeah, you're it's working on, just mentioning it is working on Kennedy right now.
That video
Yeah.
changed
Does
my
he?
life in 9th grade biology.
Yeah.
Jeffrey's saying that the FAA has sent out restrictions on drones between Houston and Beaumont. Is that what he said?
It's just in general.
In general, so anything.
Too much FAA.
He says U.S. won't get drone delivery for a while. I'm saying it depends on what your definition of a while is, Jeff. I'm saying 2.5 years. I'm saying there's too much financial incentive not to do it.
Yeah.
Money talks.
Yeah, money talks. The way the dollar always wins eventually. There's
Catherine.
still more of this, by the way.
Is there?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I'm a big fan of like leaving it until the end so that you can finish it and think it's all gone. And
Yeah.
like, oh, wait, there's
Just
more.
a dash more. Oh, Catherine, it's okay. We got a little bit more. A little bit more.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're not going to want any more, are you?
Yeah. Sure. What is the ABV on this? Is probably pretty low, right? Probably like
Yeah,
4
let's
ish.
find out here. Let's see what it says.
I'm gonna say 4.2. 4.2. What do you
I'm
say?
going to say 5.3.
Oh, no way.
5.9.
Wow.
Way to go.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go, Kennedy. Way to go. A lot of Jester King stuff, very low sessionable ABVs. What is it? They're the sour mild. What is that? The sour. Which one is it?
Commercial suicide.
Commercial suicide.
Farmhouse mild.
Yes, like 3.5, 3.
Yeah.
something
Oh no,
like
that's Petite Prince.
Well, there's petite print, but I'm thinking of the mild. I'm thinking, what? How much is the?
Thanks.
That one's only like
The
4.
mild's like 4.5.
Yeah, I love that because it's
Oh, that's
just
great.
you can drink that whole big bottle.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2 over the course of.
Oh yeah. And I
afternoon.
have. That's probably actually one of my favorite ones, and kind of one of the like most overlooked beers that they do.
Yeah.
That commercial suicide.
Do they have any beers on draft anywhere? They don't, do they?
They will at the Texas Craft Brewers Festival after party.
Oh, nice.
We actually have a couple different beers from Jester King that we'll be tapping at the after party that's
Cool.
happening. It starts about 2:30. We got music all day. It's going to be a good time. We have time tappings also starting around 2:30.
Yeah.
So periodically, it's one of the things we like to do is like have beers that were either tapped at the festival that may have run out that
Yeah.
we'll tap at the bar. So if you don't get something at the festival, there's a good chance that you might be able to get it at Craft Pride at the after party. So we have like 2 beers and possibly a cask that we'll be doing from Jester King that day.
How long has Craft Pride been open?
We opened in February of 2013, so we're like 4.5 years old now. We're getting ready for our 5th year anniversary party. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. It's going to be our biggest event to date.
In February.
In February, yeah.
All right,
The
trip.
28th.
Catherine, trip to Austin in February. You down?
And
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay.
and speaking of Craft Pride, if you want to go,
Oh.
some info on your screen.
Yeah, they are Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. 2 a.m. Ooh, up late. So
Oh, yeah.
if you go to UT and you're up studying and you need a place, don't come here to study, but to let loose afterward. Especially with the season that UT looks like they may be having this year.
That's not necessary. That's not. Just reel it in.
I'm
Josh,
sorry. They
So
just-
something new about Craft Pride in our hours. We're actually started opening at noon. We have something that we do called Sunday Soul Sessions, where we have like lots of like big brass bands, funk, soul, blues, come out and really get the crowd going early.
Yeah.
It's a real big brunch street down there, and so we're trying to capitalize on some of that brunch market.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's we get some great turnout so far, so we're really happy about it.
Austin's brunch game is strong.
Oh yeah, you
It's
ain't
strong.
kidding.
Yeah. But that's kind of old school, like German approach. Everybody'd have to go to church. They'd open the doors and you'd walk across the commons area over to the pub, and that's
Oh,
just
yeah.
where the family hung out. That's kind of the same approach here. It's like a new world approach.
We're hoping to be people's church, a beer church, if you will.
Well, you're doing the Lord's work, so
We're
keep
trying
going. Yeah, that's good. Good beer, quaint place, right there in the heart Austin.
Yeah, it's cool because it's like you can't really be too far from downtown, from this part of downtown, and you don't have to deal with like the dirty 6 part of downtown to come there.
Yeah.
The parking's not so great, but if you're in any downtown area, you shouldn't really expect to park near your venue.
If you just Uber, you can Uber to Rainy Street super easy.
Oh
just
yeah,
do
it's
that.
very, very Uberable, if you will.
Yeah, just get dropped off right there on the corner.
Yeah, and that's perfect because
Walk
like
on
we get a lot of business from just the fact that we're right there on the corner where all the Ubers drop
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
And like, was this the bar? We're like, yes, it was. Come in.
Whether it was or not, it is now.
This is where you were trying to go.
Yeah, we're changing people's lives because I'd say 75% of our clientele as a whole, when they come to Craft Pride, it's their first night in Texas and it's their first night in Austin.
Yeah.
And so they're like, I Googled beer in Austin and they told me to come here.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, sweet. Thanks, Google. Appreciate
Yeah.
that. Props out to Google.
There you go. Thanks, Google.
Making business real.
Mm-hmm. Google, they do everything except for the drone deliveries.
They're working on it, I'm sure.
Okay.
They're going to beat Amazon to drone deliveries. How funny would that be?
That would be funny. Amazon taking over the world, though. And you can be part of it by going to liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon and making those Amazon purchases
So,
and helping us out. What's up?
did you use the Liquid Lunch link to buy those to get that toilet paper?
Of course. Of course.
Why would you not?
Why wouldn't I? That's a stupid
I'm
question,
asking.
Kennedy. Stupid question.
How much money did we make off that toilet paper?
I mean, a little bit, a few shekels.
Okay.
A little bit. It's a little percentage. I think
Couple of clams.
yeah, just enough to keep the lights on and a couple of cables here and there when we need them.
Yep.
You know, we got hosting stuff. You know, the typical fees of a podcast. We don't need to get into all that. I mean, we can. We don't need to. Catherine, do you want to get into that? We don't have to get into that.
You know, I don't. I got my own hosting fees
Yeah, we know all that.
that I occasionally forget about, and then I have to go back in and be like, oh yeah, that's right. Pay that.
Yeah, there's nothing worse. Like, oh, forgot
I
about that
want people to
website.
listen to this shit. I got to pay that bill.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It's got to be there. And I don't know. Have you ever canceled a podcast or stopped doing a podcast and then you have to decide?
Because you don't have enough storage. Oh,
no, just because it ran its course and you're done. It's like, all right, I'm going to go to this other one or just, whatever. I've got a couple of those. I'm like, how long do I want to keep these like up and out there?
oh, you mean like old episodes?
Old episodes of a podcast I no longer do. I've got
Oh,
3 other podcasts, and I think one of them
I
I've just
see.
let go because
I have old She's Crafty episodes that I sacrifice for SoundCloud storage.
SoundCloud, yeah, but not iTunes. Still
Yeah.
available on iTunes, right?
No, everything's up on iTunes because that's easy breezy, and everywhere else it's just SoundCloud plays a little game with me all the time.
Okay, yeah, they have limited
Yeah.
storage, that sort of thing. Yeah, don't let we won't tell Brandy, but she's pretty much been erased.
No, Brandy's gone. She's gone off of SoundCloud. She's not.
She's gone. Never was a thing. Never was a
Yeah.
thing. It's cool. All right, do we need to take another break for? Do we have more label approvals and stuff?
We don't have more. No, wasn't a lot of label approvals today.
Oh, but do we want to take another break? Do you have it and you want to run it, or it's totally up to you. I'm going to let you make this call this time, Kennedy.
Nah.
Cool. All right. So
it's the same break as the first one.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, then we won't. Let's just keep talking.
Let's just keep going.
Let's just talk about. I want to talk more about your podcast. So we talked about it during the break. If you go back and listen to our podcast, or you listen on our audio stream on Mixlr.com, MIXLR, just that audio only, sweet audio, stereo. That's what you get. So what format you're going to do? Interviews? You're going to do?
Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of interview. It'll be we were talking about doing a call and response where we'll take questions from a live audience and get the answers for those people from people in the Austin brewing community. So I'm excited for that idea to be able to like create a bridge between the consumer and the producer of beers to kind of like bring them together. That's kind of what we like to do at Craft Pride anyway, is like, since we have such a narrow focus, it really gives us a great working relationship with all the people who sell beer in Texas.
What podcasts inspired you to, or like, were there any that you were like?
Well, I'm a big fan of the Beerist podcast in Austin. They're like some good friends of mine. Michael Lambert's always a really cool guy,
Yeah.
and John Rubio is hilarious.
They've been doing it for a
I love
while
him.
too, huh?
I think they just did their 5-year anniversary show, so
Okay.
they're right
Maybe
about
I'm
5
older
years.
than they are. I don't know. They've done a lot more episodes than I have, that's for sure. But
Yeah, they have a ton of episodes.
they're with it every week.
Every Monday they record an episode, and it's
Red
pretty
and Black
awesome.
studio of theirs.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool little spot.
Yeah.
I heard they have pretty epic bottle shares too.
Oh yeah, that's like the central aspect. I think it's kind of like why their podcast even got started. They're like, hey, let's tell people about these crazy beers that we're drinking instead of just drinking them by ourselves and getting drunk.
Yeah. Now, we have some good podcasts here in Houston. In Houston, but in Texas as a whole. You know, we've got Brew Bloods up in Dallas, and of course, what's that one? Oh yeah, She's Crafty. She's Crafty.
I've heard of that.
Fantastic.
I think there's one other one here in San Antonio. I think it's called Two Guys Drinking Beers or something.
Mm-hmm.
I feel I should know that, but they're super nice and they do a pretty good job too.
Yeah, we've got a couple new ones here in Houston. Talk Not Beer and Hopcast. They were really strong out of the gate. So, but I'm not sure. Hurricane Harvey might have. Who knows? I've lost touch with a lot of social. What do you think about the last sip of that beer, Kennedy? Tell me about your experience just now.
I'm sad.
Are you sad?
I'm happy, but I'm sad at the same time. Because there's no more.
Just like your date.
I feel like it shifted a little bit. It's I was getting a lot of apricot at first, but I'm getting a little more lemon now.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Catherine, what do you think?
Opens up, like lemon and hay. Kind of like different. It changes. That's one of the reasons I like to whenever I pour out a bottle is pour some out and then leave some in there to sit in the bottle and kind of soak up all those dregs.
Yeah, and temperature makes a big difference too.
Oh yeah, for
it
sure.
just kind of
At that right
evolves.
temp.
Beer's beautiful like that. I was watching one of your videos like 2 years ago, right, on your YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. You had Buried Hatchet Stout on Nitro.
Oh,
which
speaking of which,
Buried Hatchet is one of my Mount Rushmore beers. I love that beer.
Oh yeah, it's excellent.
Speaking of
and the temperature.
Video.
Oh, you're gonna play that one? Oh, the new one. Oh, speaking of, yeah. Well, yeah, I wanted to play this because you're starting a new podcast and you're doing a hell of a job today. You're a natural. I can't wait to hear your take on everything. Not everybody is really good out of the gate, Catherine. This weekend on ESPN, what was this guy's name?
Hold on.
Skippy
Sergio Dip.
Yeah. Skippy Dip. Sergio Dip had his first, I guess, his debut on ESPN. Oh. And, some people do great out of the gate, like yourself, Emmanuel, and some people, not so much. Can we take a gander at
All right. Yes.
Sergio's Dip, Mr. Dip's?
You won't be able to hear it, but
who won't?
The viewers will.
Okay. Well, no, I can do this right here.
All right,
Go.
ready?
Bev, Coach, it's a pleasure to be with you guys here on the field from up close, just watching Coach Vance Joseph from here. You watch him now on the screen. This diversity in his background is helping him a lot tonight. Quarterback at Colorado, defensive back in the NFL, and here he is having the time of his life this night, making his head coaching debut.
Pretty much what Reddit is. Hey, check this out. This is fucking funny.
Yeah. No, this is Redditable. This is probably all over Reddit, but I'm sure.
It sounds like he's mentally challenged.
A little bit. Yeah. A little bit. Yeah.
Is that okay to say?
No,
I think cognitively delayed maybe might be the phrase that you're looking for.
Yeah. But it does. He was amped up and I think trying to read.
Oh yeah.
And maybe didn't read over it. He should have read over it.
You have to read it before you read it.
Yeah, yeah. I think he did once.
I think that's something we all learned after doing media for a little bit. That you can't just walk into a room and be like, oh, I'll just read it off the cards, or I'll just read it off of whatever. It's like being in third grade and your teacher's like, read this passage, and you're like, stumble over every word.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there was a follow-up that he did. He posted a Twitter video after that, and he kind of blamed it on the fact that English wasn't his first language.
Oh. Of course.
Oh, okay.
Even though he was raised in California.
Do you guys want to talk about Ted Cruz liking porn this week?
I saw.
I missed that.
I saw some of it. Go ahead. What's the premise other than he just?
So I guess what happened, I don't know, because a lot of people told me that there's a lot of porn on Twitter. I know nothing about that. Okay?
Kennedy, is that true?
I wouldn't know. I'm not on Twitter.
But if you were, hold on, let me look real quick.
Let's say yes.
It's all on Kennedy's It's all on Kennedy's computer. It's
There-
on Twitter.
there's porn on everything.
I get my porn other places.
Instagram, right? Instagram is an amazing thing. The booty celebrity is like a phenomenon
Is there
we now
porn
live
on
with.
Instagram?
Instagram's
Yes.
like the new Tinder.
Yeah, dude, Hoppy Floppy, come on, man.
That's not porn.
That's not, but it's
The amount of women who are taking pictures with beers in interesting positions is pretty fascinating to me.
Shout out to Hoppy Floppy.
Yeah.
Not that we like.
Because I'm like, it takes time to take that, to pose like that. You don't just get that right out of the gate. It's not like, oh, one and done. This looks awesome.
Yeah.
That beer's no good after it's done now.
Yeah.
I had one pose like that on Instagram.
Yeah, with your melons.
Yeah. I posed with my melons.
In the grocery
They were-
store.
They were out there.
All right, so what did...
They may have been cantaloupes.
Yes.
And
What
it may
did
have been in the grocery store.
What did Ted Count Chocula Cruz? What did he?
So, I guess he liked something that was for adult eyes only,
Uh-huh.
and went back and then like on Twitter, like everybody can see what you're doing because it's social media, and any idiot knows that like everything's public,
Yeah.
right? He says now, because people started calling him out on it, that it wasn't actually him that did it. It was one of his assistants or an aide that accidentally hit a like button
Sure, Ted.
on Twitter.
Sure, Ted.
Yeah.
What do we know? What genre? Of,
I did not look. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, we got to get into this because I
There's
want to
lots of
know.
shades of kink, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you wanna
mean,
know what he's
can I
into.
relate or can I not? And if I can't, I'm going to make a lot of fun of you. If I can, I'm going to be like, that's reasonable.
It's just a bunch of shots of women's knees.
Yeah, he's just in the knees. The knobbier the better. Love those
Yes.
knobby knock knee.
Just toe knuckles for Ted Cruz.
Knuckles, that's good.
Some people like. Yeah, right. I'm gonna look. Hold on.
What, Josh? Tell us. What do some people like?
You know everything. It's the internet.
Okay, I'm
Hold
just
on.
wondering. Okay.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Y'all talk amongst yourselves while I look up what Ted Cruz was into.
All right.
Ted Cruz.
I'll talk a little bit.
What kind of porn are you into?
What kind of? Oh well, no, I like to keep that to myself.
Okay. Good.
I'm into beer porn.
Oh yeah.
And here it is. So one thing I wanted to talk about is like we're doing some stuff tonight at Craft Pride. So anybody who's listening in Austin, we're hosting the Austin Flea, where vendors come out and sell their wares. Usually.
Oh yeah, I love that show. I've done that show like 4-5 times.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They bring out vendors, and like their restriction is that everything that you buy from Austin Flea, you can be guaranteed that is handmade. Because like some of the vendors will like buy stuff from China, put it on a chain, put it in a bag, mark it, and sell it for
They're
$15.
resellers.
Yeah, resellers, exactly. And we got approached by a lot of different pop-up markets that wanted to be at Craft Pride, and we decided that Austin Flea would probably be the best one, just because they're a local company and they specifically focus on handmade craft items. So check them out tonight. They'll be down there from 6 p.m. to midnight. We also have live music in support of the Austin Flea from Jake Ames. He plays our Thursday night residency every Thursday at 7. So we'll have music, excellent beers, and crafts. Come check it out.
Yeah. I've gotten to the bottom of what Ted Cruz liked.
Oh, that sounds good.
It was a woman watching a couple in secret while she expressed her gratitude for their performance.
Through song.
And dance. Yes. Song and dance. Interpretive dance.
Something weird about that.
No. As it comes to sorry. Pun un.
What I think is funny is that Ted Cruz can't just say inside of his head, "Oh, I like that." He has to hit the like button.
That's true.
He's like, now it's official.
Yeah.
Right?
It's probably
'Cause,
pretty
there's
freeing.
a lot of stuff that I look at on social media that I don't feel like I need to validate through hitting a button.
But
this is what probably happened, because it's happened to me before. So you try to zoom in on the screen, and you accidentally hit the like button.
You think that's what happened?
I've done that
on a
before.
video.
Yeah.
You can't do that on a video. You can zoom in on a video.
I don't know.
This was a video.
Well, maybe he was trying to. I've tried to on Instagram. I've tried to zoom in on
He
pictures.
was trying to get a better look. He was trying to double tap the video to open it up bigger.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You got to have a different phone for that,
That's
bro.
an honest mistake.
Yeah.
He just wanted to see what color do they paint their walls. I really like that.
Yeah. That they've got that shiplap up there. He's a huge fan
yeah.
of Chip and Joanna. What's their last name?
Gaines.
Gaines.
The Gaineses.
That look at that shiplap. It's fantastic. See, honey, I told you. Look at this. This is exactly what I was telling you about. This right here. Look at their back wall.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, but
Just imagine it without the staining.
Yeah. Well, yes, not that staining.
Not that staining.
Distressed. We want to go distressed, not messed. Distressed, not messed.
Right.
Yeah. So that's hilarious. Way to go, Ted Cruz. Way to give us something to talk about. It's pretty. I mean, I'm not going to knock him for. I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't hit the button, but I'm just saying, if it was well lit,
now he knows.
If it was well lit,
I'm sure it was artistically done,
scripted well,
yeah,
and well shot.
Yeah,
not just some thrown together thing. I need some artistic merit, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that it was well lit and well shot.
Yeah.
I hope he has to. He's a senator. Come on. Right? Right?
Nothing better than poorly lit pornography.
Yeah.
Nothing worse.
That's the worst.
Yeah, I mean when it's dark and grainy.
Then what's the point, really?
Right.
I don't know.
If not for the cinematography, why would anyone watch?
Why would you watch it?
Yeah, it's an artistic expression.
Or the storyline.
Yeah, it's true.
But there's not a lot of storylines anymore.
You know what?
Is that right, Kennedy?
I mean, that's
you're searching the wrong thing.
That's what I heard. There's not too many storylines.
Fascinating story. Okay, I've talked about. Speaking of podcasts, Joe Rogan, his most popular podcast in America, I think, or in the world, maybe. I don't know.
Josh.
It's
in Josh's world,
maybe.
Yeah,
anyway,
just for Josh.
He had a reporter on the other day that interviewed the guy that took over Pornhub and then all the other big sites. He was not into the porn industry, but he was a tech guy over in Switzerland.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and he took it over because they were getting sued for having illegally uploaded content. Right, they didn't have the copyright for it, but because it was porn companies, they couldn't really do a whole lot about it. He's like, well, these were other people that put it up, so it's not really my deal. So he never got he never got hit for it, never got penalized for it, and then because that took the legs out from under the whole porn industry, like people buying DVDs and stuff. Completely changed everything. So now it was all free, and he went around and bought up all those other sites that everybody goes to now. And so he's basically got all of them, and he's worth almost like $1 billion.
Oh yeah.
And then he went and bought the actual studios too. So he's like a content and distribution and the whole thing, and
just like a porn monopoly.
Just gangster porn monopoly. And it's a fascinating story. Anyway, there's a documentary about it, I think, coming out soon.
Did you just light a candle?
No, the candle
just
burned
went
out. Yeah.
Oh,
did you not smell?
I smell the candle.
Yeah, I tried to make it smell nice in here.
Oh,
yeah, it was great. It was great ambiance.
Yeah, it was like
I noticed.
Thank you.
It's romantic.
Yeah, it's because we had a guest.
Yeah,
or have a guest. All right, what else we got?
It's behind me, so
that's true. All right. Yeah, always looking forward. That's Kennedy. What else we got? I feel like is there anything else we need to talk on? Of course, Texas Craft Brewers Festival.
Yeah, that's always
30th.
happening.
Yeah.
Did you want to tell everybody about coming down to Austin?
Coming down, but when we're coming?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Are we going to do liquid lunch at Craft Pride like we were talking about?
Yeah, I think so. We're going to do a version of it.
Something
Catherine, when are you coming up to Austin the weekend of the festival?
I'm going to try to get there Friday.
Okay. What time?
That's my dream.
Okay. So
we should do a show on Friday. And do liquid lunch on Friday.
Special Friday. Maybe we do one.
I don't want to make any guarantees because, as everybody knows, I do have 4 children.
Yeah.
And
Excuses.
a couple of other things that I have to do. But
4 children, 2
I'm
pugs,
really gonna
that's your
try.
Wawa.
How's the internet at Craft Pride?
Pretty good. We just run hardline because our Wi-Fi signal is horrible, but we have good quality internet. Just we have a really poor router.
Oh, I mean,
kind
if
of
you
more intentional.
Yeah, if we can hardline into.
Oh yeah, we're
fine.
hardline.
Yeah.
But
All right.
Yeah, I say we.
So we're doing on Friday.
I say we do a show on Friday.
Okay.
Well, okay. So, but Friday's also the
Partners in Craft.
Partners in Craft.
But that's at night. That's from 5 to 9. It really just depends on what time you guys want to do it at, or what time works for everybody.
Okay. So let's say we do a show from here on Thursday, and then we'll go up, and then we'll do an extra one on Friday, and then all the festivities on Saturday.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, that does sound like a plan.
Great.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
So
let's
Friday.
do it. Friday it is.
Liquid lunch at Craft Pride. Ooh, that's gonna be epic.
Yeah, it's early.
And then Catherine, if you can make it up, cool. If not, then we'll have a cardboard cutout or something.
Perfect. Yeah.
We'll edit some one-liners that we'll have
Just put in some snarky, just cardboard cutout and like some snarky one-liners.
Can we get a couple? Like, can you say, I need a real solid, Kenny, that's a stupid question. That's one we probably, well, actually, we probably have enough of that one. That one's every show.
Yeah, I see that enough.
Just shaking the head.
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're such an idiot.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Can you do a, Josh, that's hilarious.
I don't think she's done that. Ever.
Yeah.
Gosh, you're so funny.
Perfect.
Yeah, now you've said it.
Yeah, there we go.
Maybe you could Skype in while you're driving up to Austin.
That sounds terrifying.
That sounds, obviously coming from someone who's never ridden in a vehicle with me before, because that's not a good idea.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I tried to do that one Instagram live video when I was driving, and it was bad.
How did that go?
I almost died.
Oh, that happens. There's our music.
Yeah.
I'll turn it way down because we're going to talk for a few more minutes. But okay, so Thursday show is normal next week. Okay. Extra bonus show on Friday.
Yeah.
Various recordings for She's Crafty and Interbrews throughout, as we can get a little man on the street, plus all the festivities at the Texas Craft Brewers Festival, 9:30.
Right.
Yeah,
in
come check
Austin,
us out.
and all the greatness going on at Craft Pride. When are y'all? So the first official episode of the podcast, Defenders of Craft. Do you know when it'll be?
We'll be live casting the day of the festival, and then we'll have an episode to release by middle of next week. Like stuff that we chop up and put together and stuff like that. So
and
we'll
people can download in all the regular podcasting platforms.
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. More good audio. Because we all drive an average here in Texas of like
45 minutes to an hour, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of pod listening time, Kennedy. Get on it. Set your Android or whatever it is you have over there.
Oh,
your ghetto phone. There's
again.
a new iPhone out now.
We're doing this again.
Brand new iPhone. You could jump on that.
Yeah, I'm jumping right on that.
You should. You got all that.
Who's getting that phone though? Really?
The new one. I'm gonna wait a year or two before when they really like the new one, right?
Yeah.
I don't mess with the new iPhones. I'm an Android kind of guy.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm excited about that Galaxy Note 8. I think I am gonna go get that guy
With all the peripherals. There's a lot of like add-ons.
Yeah, it's got what do you mean by like the camera
lenses and all that stuff? Yeah.
No. That one is that's a different. It's not Samsung.
Oh.
That was like Nokia or something doing a comeback where you can like attach lenses.
Oh.
Or
that's a different
like
thing.
Yeah, no,
it's not Apple. I'm like
Samsung's the one that's like they were like the first ones that started like the phablet thing with the Note. I've always been a big fan of that phone in general because I got big dumb hands, and so like having a keyboard that's a larger size is real nice.
That is nice. There you go. Okay, now I understand, Kennedy. All right.
Yes.
Well,
I got Vienna sausages right here.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
They smell like it anyway. Yeah, like you first take that lid off the can, and there's that smell.
It's not
your
my fingers.
hands smell like that all the time. Like that's your general.
Oh
It's
my
not my
God!
fingers.
Stop.
It's not my fingers you're smelling.
I know. She's
I'm
your
gonna
general.
start calling you Ted Cruz, Kennedy.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you for listening today. Emmanuel Burnell, Craft Pride, Austin, Defenders of Craft, the Texas Craft Brewers Festival. It's all going down here in a couple weeks. And thanks for being here on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was really fun to come down and chat with you guys.
Anytime you're in town.
Yeah, for sure.
Open mic. Just sit on in.
Awesome. I'll bring some spoken word next time and some slam poetry. Let's do that.
Oh, it's gonna be epic.
It's
gonna be epic.
Just more Jester King.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'll bring
another.
We didn't even get into that second beer. Maybe.
Yeah, we never even had a chance to mess with this.
I feel like
Three Lions.
Oh, that Three Lions so good.
Whatever that beer is, it's gonna be kind of a little letdown.
That one?
After drinking this?
Nah, totally different genre. All right, music's wrapping. Catherine, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Kennedy, Emmanuel, thank you. I'm Josh, Liquid Lunch. See you next week.
All right.
Woo.